Get ready for a story that will take your breath away and ignite your excitement. Packed with thrills, suspense, and revenge, this is a tale unlike any other. Patience at the beginning is key because you're about to witness a powerful and intense ending that's worth the wait. Grab your coffee, brace yourself, and join us on this unforgettable journey into the heart of the story. The film opens on a remote island, completely isolated from the rest of the world. Here lives a man named Mike, who, at first glance, seems calm and prefers solitude. We see him standing on the lighthouse overlooking the sea, staring into the horizon as if he's waiting for someone in particular. At the same time, a girl named Jessie appears at sea. We know that she comes to the island regularly to bring Mike food, carrying a heart full of kindness and empathy for a man who lives completely alone. Despite her constant help, they have never spoken a single word to each other. Jessie longs to understand him and learn the reason behind his isolation, but Mike never gives her the chance, leaving her to simply drop off the food and leave. After she departs, Mike steps out to collect the food she left. His face shows signs of sorrow, as if a heavy story lies behind his silence. He spends his days alone, facing his isolation quietly, finding some comfort in the company of his dog, his only friend on the island. Days pass like this, until the moment comes when Jessie returns to the island. But this time, she decides to break the silence. She gathers courage, approaches his house, and knocks on the door. Mike opens it, surprised by her boldness and closeness, looking at her with a mixture of coldness and anger. He takes the food from her, warns her not to come closer, and shuts the door. Jessie, however, refuses to give up. She pushes the door with her foot and demands at least a word of thanks, reminding him that she brings him food every week, yet he never thanked her or even spoke to her once. Mike still doesn't respond. He pushes her away and closes the door with extreme coldness. Furious, Jessie bangs on the door, insisting she will not leave until she knows his story, and then storms off. Meanwhile, her uncle waits for her at the beach, the one who always transports her to the island. Suddenly, he notices the weather changing and the winds picking up, signaling a difficult journey back. He calls for her to hurry, and Jessie heads to the small boat, preparing to depart. Suddenly, the weather takes a violent turn, and a powerful storm strikes, almost tossing Jessie's small boat into the sea. Her uncle grows extremely worried for her. Although his boat is bigger, the storm makes no distinction between small and large, and even he struggles to control it. Consumed by fear for her safety, he tries to encourage her to reach him, but suddenly, Jessie's boat capsizes, and she falls into the water. Her uncle collapses in despair, calling out to her, but he cannot enter the water, as he doesn't know how to swim. At that very moment, Mike sees what's happening from his house window. Shocked, he witnesses Jessie struggling in the waves. Without hesitation, he rushes to his boat, one he hasn't used in a long time, and heads into the stormy sea. He reaches her location amid the raging waves and dives into the water, defying the storm, with only one thought in mind: to save her. He searches anxiously underwater, even though he barely knows her. Suddenly, he finds her unconscious, trapped in a fishing net. He frees her swiftly, carries her to his boat, and manages to expel the water from her lungs, bringing her back to life. Later, Jessie regains consciousness and is shocked to find herself inside Mike's house. She notices her uncle is missing and panics, asking him what happened. Mike remains silent, unable to answer, but Jessie insists on knowing the truth, forcing him to confront her with the painful reality. He apologetically tells her that her uncle drowned, and there was nothing he could do to save him. Upon hearing the news, Jessie breaks down completely, sinking into a heavy silence and despair. Mike grows concerned for her well-being. After some time, she gradually recovers and begins speaking, bewildered. "Why didn't you notify the authorities? Shouldn't someone have come to recover my uncle's body?" Then, her voice grows sharp. "Who are you? What secret are you hiding?" Mike looks at her without responding, then turns away in silence. This ignites her anger, and she bitterly exclaims that she was wrong to think he deserved any help at all. Jessie continues, her voice sharp, questioning why he chooses to live on a desolate island, completely devoid of life. Even the lighthouse itself hasn't worked for years. Realizing he won't answer, she decides to leave quickly, insisting that her family must be looking for her right now. Then Mike surprises her with his astonishing knowledge of her life. He speaks in a calm, measured tone and asks, "Where is your family now?" He goes on to reveal that her mother passed away years ago. She never knew her father, who died before she was born, and that her uncle, who once cared for her, is also gone. She has no one left. Shocked, Jesse asks him how he knows all this, but he remains silent, giving no answer. He simply grabs his dog and leaves the house. The mystery surrounding him makes Jesse feel threatened. She begins searching the house for something to defend herself. After a long search, she finds a knife. She takes it, hides it, and keeps it close without Mike noticing. With everyone she loved gone, she realizes she must stay with him, but lives in constant fear. One night, she wakes from a terrifying nightmare. As Mike approaches to calm her, she raises the knife at him. He is surprised she is hiding a weapon, but he shows no anger. Instead, he understands her fear and speaks calmly, reassuring her that he does not blame her. He even teaches her how to hold the knife properly and defend herself. Gradually, Jesse begins to trust him and realizes he is not as frightening as she first thought. Yet her curiosity does not fade. She continues to watch him with wonder, constantly questioning his true identity and the secrets he hides. After some time, Mike decides to ease her confusion and reveals how he knew so much about her. He explains that her uncle was his friend, and they had served together in the Royal Navy. That's why he always ensured Jesse brought him food. Jesse is delighted by this revelation and tries to open up to him, but he remains mysterious, even refusing to reveal his own name, considering it a secret that must stay hidden. Her curiosity grows day by day as she searches for any clue about his true nature. After several days, Mike must leave the island and go to a nearby town to buy food, as their supplies have run out. He finds himself forced to interact with people again. During this trip, he shows clear care for Jesse, spending his savings on new clothes for her, looking happy, almost as if he is taking care of his own daughter. Meanwhile, the story shifts to the British intelligence headquarters, where officials are gathering information about this mysterious man. As soon as surveillance cameras catch him, a state of alert spreads through the office. It becomes clear that Mike is no ordinary man. He is a former secret agent, now wanted by authorities. For this reason, the British intelligence is able to pinpoint his location and dispatch a special force to capture him. This comes at a time when Mike is enjoying a quiet moment with Jessie, delighted by her admiration for the clothes he bought her. As they sit down together for a meal, suddenly, a strange noise is heard outside. Mike looks through his binoculars and sees a boat approaching the island at an unnatural speed. The moment he sees it, his face changes. He senses danger. He instructs Jesse to hide immediately, not to make a sound, and not to leave under any circumstance. Then, he takes his knife and steps outside. Jesse is puzzled and doesn't understand what's happening, but she obeys his instructions. Outside, Mike finds that the boat has already arrived, carrying a large number of soldiers. He immediately realizes they are there to arrest him, and he prepares to confront them. It's not entirely a surprise. He has set deadly traps on the ground. As soon as the soldiers advance, some fall into the traps, like prey caught in a perfect snare. Chaos erupts among the soldiers, who begin firing indiscriminately. Inside, Jessie hides, her fear growing with every gunshot. Meanwhile, Mike confronts the soldiers one by one, demonstrating extraordinary combat skills that prove he is no ordinary fighter. Amid the chaos, one soldier manages to breach Mike's house. As he enters, Mike's dog attacks him, but the soldier fires his gun, killing the dog. Jessie hears the gunshot and panics, and before she can react, the soldier storms into the room where she is hiding. She tries to defend herself with the knife, but against the overwhelming strength of the intruder, he overpowers her and carries her away. Meanwhile, Mike continues to eliminate the remaining soldiers relentlessly, until he notices the soldier abducting Jesse. He immediately realizes that this is a trap designed to lure him, forcing him to chase. Without hesitation, Mike raises his weapon, fires a precise shot, hitting the soldier directly, and successfully rescues Jessie before the kidnapper can escape with her. Mike moves toward Jessie to calm her, as she is terrified. She asks anxiously, "Who are they?"
What do they want from us?
He tells her to stay calm and remain where she is, promising that he will explain everything later. He then heads to his house, only to discover that his dog has been killed. A deep sadness overwhelms him. The dog was not just an animal, but his only companion in isolation. He apologizes for not being able to protect it and realizes that staying on the island is no longer safe now that his location has been exposed. He decides to leave immediately. Grabbing his phone, he calls a friend to explain what happened and that he must move from his position. Minutes later, he returns to Jessie and tells her they must leave the island at once, as their lives are in imminent danger. Jessie tries to understand, but Mike insists there is no time for explanations. He takes her, and they depart swiftly. Meanwhile, British intelligence learns that the team sent to capture Mike has been wiped out, causing panic and tension among the officials. Realizing they are dealing with no ordinary man, they decide to send one of their most dangerous operatives, a ruthless fighter known as Rockman. One of the officers, Roberta, stresses the importance of identifying the girl accompanying Mike. Using surveillance footage recovered from the soldiers, they are able to identify Jessie. Back with Mike, he feels an increasing sense of responsibility for Jessie, determined to protect her. He begins training her in weapons and marksmanship, preparing for any potential attacks. At the same time, Roberta discovers that previous intelligence about Mike was inaccurate. He was believed to be a terrorist, but the truth reveals he is a former British intelligence agent. Despite this, she insists on capturing and interrogating him to understand why his name is linked to a high-risk terrorist file. In secret, one official issues a covert order to Rockman: kill Mike on sight, and when asked about Jessie, he orders her death as well. Shortly afterward, Rockman reaches Mike's hideout. Upon arrival, he cold-bloodedly kills the homeowner, demonstrating his ruthlessness and lack of hesitation. Sensing the danger, Mike grabs Jessie and attempts to escape through the back door, only to be confronted by the police. Without hesitation, he attacks and eliminates anyone standing in his way. Rockman observes from a distance, choosing to wait, confident that Mike will manage to evade the police and escape, which he does. Mike succeeds in fleeing using a car, launching into a high-octane chase between him and Rockman. Mike drives at maximum speed, desperately trying to survive, while Rockman pursues relentlessly, vowing that he will not let Mike escape. Suddenly, Rockman fires a shot at Mike's car, attempting to force it to stop by sheer power. Mike responds with confidence, "It seems you don't remember me, because you haven't truly met me yet." He then executes a sharp maneuver with the car, flipping it suddenly, and seizes the moment to accelerate and escape. The car crashes violently, but Rockman emerges, injured and bleeding. Yet this does not slow him down. Instead, his anger intensifies, and he decides the matter is now personal. He will not rest until Mike is eliminated. Meanwhile, Roberta contacts Forrester, the official who issued the secret order to kill Mike, asking if he has additional intelligence on him. He replies that Mike is no ordinary agent. He is among the most skilled operatives they have ever handled, truly exceptional, and relied upon for the toughest missions. He explains that during one mission, Mike was ordered to assassinate a foreign intelligence officer, but he acted strangely, defying orders by sparing the officer's life and then lied about completing the mission. Afterwards, he vanished completely. Forrester warns Roberta that capturing Mike will not be easy. She must handle him with extreme caution due to his exceptional intellect. Back with Jessie, she questions Mike about his identity, bewildered by his insistence on keeping secrets. She asks if he lives alone like her, or if he has a family. Mike hesitates briefly, then replies with sadness that he has no family, which is why he understands her pain, knowing the harshness of loneliness, especially for a girl her age. He tells her that life isn't always fair and that she must be strong to face her reality. He continues speaking, offering her advice, until they stop near a church. As he exits the car, he tries to avoid the cameras, unaware that Forrester has activated an advanced surveillance system capable of pinpointing his location and sending it directly to Rockman. Inside the church, Mike meets an old friend who agrees to help him hide, and together they move to a safe location. Upon arrival, Mike feels a sense of relief. knowing he can finally secure Jesse's safety. His friend asks about the girl and why Mike cares so deeply for her. Mike explains that her uncle was his friend, and now that she is alone after his death, he has taken it upon himself to protect her. His friend is surprised by this change and wonders when Mike developed such a humanitarian side. Mike calmly replies that the intelligence agencies will now search for Jessie since she appeared with him. She is an innocent girl who was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it is his duty to protect her at any cost. His friend says, "Let's focus on what matters now. I need to understand how they managed to find you." It becomes clear that this friend was the one who changed Mike's identity in the past to prevent anyone from tracking him. Unfortunately, the new identity he prepared was linked to a terrorist file. Mike doesn't pay much attention to this, knowing that Forrester is trying to kill him because he disobeyed orders by refusing to eliminate the officer. It turns out Mike made that decision because he discovered the man's innocence. Mike asks his friend to let Jesse stay with him, but he refuses, saying that his situation does not allow it, and that having Mike and Jesse at his place must be temporary. Mike is puzzled by his response and wonders why he speaks this way. Jesse then reveals the truth. His friend is battling cancer, something she recognized from the medications, as her mother had received the same treatment before she passed away. The friend admits the truth, explaining that he wishes he could help, but his health condition won't allow it. Doctors have told him that his condition is critical and that he could die at any moment. Mike feels a deep sadness, caught in a difficult dilemma, grieving for his friend while needing to find a safe place for Jesse. After careful thought, he decides to turn to a man named Kamal, a notorious smuggler who can transport Jesse to a safe location, far from the eyes of intelligence agencies. He goes to Jesse to take her and leave his friend's house, noticing her deep sadness. She asks if he is going to abandon her and leave her alone. He responds with sorrow, explaining that circumstances forced this decision, but he promises he will return for her if he can. Suddenly, Mike senses someone approaching and hides behind the door, ready to strike. It turns out to be Rockman, who, using his intelligence, expects Mike to be there. He fires through the door, but Mike dodges the bullets with incredible speed. Rockman storms into the room, and a fierce confrontation erupts between him and Mike. They fight brutally, Rockman showing himself as a relentless and ruthless fighter, while Mike counters with skill and astonishing agility. The battle intensifies, reaching its climax, until Rockman finally overpowers Mike, almost finishing him off. At that moment, Jessie intervenes, raising her weapon and pointing it at Rockman, threatening to shoot if he doesn't back off. He mocks her, astonished that his end might come at the hands of a small girl, and lunges toward her, snatching the weapon and firing at both her and Mike, but Mike's quick reflexes save them. He grabs Jessie, and they manage to escape the room at the very last moment. Rockman's rage ignites, and he chases after them, firing hysterically. Yet Mike manages to escape with Jessie, jumping into the car and speeding away. Rockman loses all control, unable to believe that he cannot take down a single man and a young girl, and vows he will not rest until he kills them both. He contacts the organization that tasked him, requesting additional backup. Forrester responds by sending a full team, determined to end this at any cost. Meanwhile, Mike speaks with Jessie, explaining his plan. He will smuggle her to safety first, then find a remote place to hide himself. He tells her to start a new life and try to be happy, whether they meet again or not. Jessie wants to stay with him, but he refuses, insisting that his life is full of pursuit and danger and is unsuitable for a girl like her. They arrive at Kamal's headquarters, but the guards block their entry. Mike handles them with authority and force, threatening them if they don't cooperate. Overwhelmed by his presence, the guards let him in. Upon meeting Kamal, he greets Mike with mockery, reminding him of their past, how he went from being a key intelligence agent to a man hunted with no home or family. He also criticizes the presence of Jessie, calling her an unnecessary burden. Mike ignores his words and demands that he smuggle the girl out of the country immediately to safety. It becomes clear that old grudges exist between them, which is why Kamal initially refuses. Mike escalates the situation, threatening that he could reveal Kamal's location to Forrester, knowing the animosity between them. He presents him with two choices: Either help and smuggle Jesse while Mike deals with Forrester, or refuse and face the consequences.
Under this pressure, Kamal is forced to agree. Meanwhile, Roberta assembles a powerful team, tasking them with capturing Mike and Jesse alive. Kamal provides Mike with a fake passport and some money, promising to smuggle Jesse to Spain, on the condition that Mike keeps his promise to deal with Forrester before joining her. Mike feels relieved, knowing Jesse's safety is secured. Suddenly, everything turns chaotic. The place is attacked unexpectedly by the team sent by Roberta. The attackers try to seize Jesse, and Mike fights to prevent them, but one of them manages to grab her and flee. Mike gives chase, but the crowded environment, a nightclub full of people, makes pursuit incredibly difficult, slowing him down and complicating his rescue. The kidnapper places Jesse inside their car, slamming the door shut, ready to take her to their headquarters. Jesse experiences moments of sheer terror, her heart racing with fear. Suddenly, Mike arrives at the crucial moment. As she sees him opening the car door, a wave of relief and safety washes over her. She rushes to him, trembling, and embraces him tightly. Mike calms her, assuring her that he will never let anyone hurt her. He then takes her to the location from which she will be smuggled to safety, bidding her farewell and telling her that the time to leave has come. Jesse, however, breaks down, refusing to go alone. She begs him to accompany her, believing that their escape together will end all danger and allow them to start a normal life, as she now sees him like a father, no longer just a stranger. She fears losing him after already losing her family. Mike apologizes with sorrow, explaining that leaving with her now would put her in grave danger, as the pursuit by Forrester would never end. When he realizes his words have little effect, he is forced to place her on the boat against her will, ensuring she is in the hands of those who will bring her to safety. Minutes after she departs, Rockman appears, firing relentlessly at Mike. Without hesitation, Mike confronts him, knowing he has nothing left to fear. Bullets rain down, but Rockman's speed forces Mike into a direct, brutal confrontation. A fierce battle erupts between them, both fighting with unyielding ferocity. Mike demonstrates extraordinary strength, skill, and determination. After a grueling struggle, he finally overpowers Rockman, realizing that letting him live would mean continued danger. Without second thought, Mike eliminates Rockman, ending the threat once and for all. Next, Mike turns to Forrester. Upon seeing him, Forrester remarks that Mike was his greatest weapon, and had he obeyed orders, he would now be his right-hand man. Forrester, desperate to save himself, offers Mike a tempting proposal. Forget the past, start anew, and return to work together. But Mike knows Forrester cannot be trusted. He rejects the offer, shooting him directly, finally closing the chapter of the past. 3 months later, Mike travels to Spain, to the place where Jesse is. Upon learning of his arrival, Jesse is overjoyed, her heart filled with happiness. Meanwhile, Roberta monitors Jesse and manages to trace Mike's location through her. Mike, however, no longer cares. He has decided to leave everything behind, starting a new life of peace alongside Jesse, taking care of her as if she were his own daughter, finally free from the shadows of the past.